Hello everyone, welcome back to the Saint Cyril channel. We're going into an interesting topic today. It is the importance of maturity. And this is a very important topic in today's world, especially because I'm sure you may know a lot of adults that are really immature, so to speak, and childish. Of course, as a society, this is no good. We don't want this. And I'm going to tell you how Christianity plays a role in this as well. So don't get too excited. We're going to dive right into this. A few years ago, before I was Christian, I stumbled upon a quote that changed my trajectory in life. I think it may change yours as well. I forget exactly who said it due to how many years ago I saw this quote, but it's certainly one I try to live by almost every day. And it's like engraved in my head now. So it goes, "When I became a man, I put away childish things." I know that seems really simple and short, but think of how powerful that is. Because if you don't put away the childish things, you're going to be an adult being childish. And this is also huge because I know so many people when I graduated high school and everyone was going off to university, they say they felt the same way as when they were in high school. And they'd be in their third year, fourth year. That just kind of shows that the mindset doesn't change after you go through these things in life, these milestones, like graduating high school, or graduating school to high school to college. The mindset doesn't change for these people. I know some of you may feel the same way, where it's like, you may be in your 20s, but you still have the same kind of attitude as you were when you finished high school. Matter of fact, one person literally told me that they felt the exact same way or same person for the past almost 10 years and they're 25. So if you can't see the issue with this, let me break it down to you. Not long ago, there used to be a celebration or a point in time in people's lives that sort of said they were going into adulthood, and it would be a very important milestone in their life. It would be like a ceremony or like a celebration or just like a core thing that was given to them saying, you need to do this now. This is how you need to act. This is your responsibility. I know up north in small towns, sometimes it's you're given your first knife or you're taken hunting for the first time. This kind of shows boys in particular, it's a stepping stone in becoming a man. And I know for people that do hunt or have gotten a knife when they were growing up, they may not see it as that big of a deal, but in other cultures around the world, still today, there's this event that takes place that's more of a big deal. For example, the Maasai people in Eastern Africa, they have this ceremony called Eunoto. Sorry for the pronunciation, but this would signify to the young men in the tribes, the young men that trained relentlessly and tirelessly, that they were given the passage into being an adult and had to protect their tribe now. That passage is, of course, before you're still considered a child, but after that passage, you are something way more than a child. And the child knows that now. From that point onward, they're doing their best of their abilities to live up to that passage, to their new responsibilities. In the instance of the Maasai people, it was the passage into warriorhood. They had the responsibility of protecting and guarding their tribe, their village. Another example would be in Jewish communities. They have bar mitzvahs, where they tell 13-year-old children that they are now responsible for their own actions. This tells the Jewish child that they are an adult now. They're responsible. Not necessarily an adult, but more just responsible. It's a big stepping stone for these children because it tells them that they're accountable for their actions now. You can't just go to their parents and kind of use them as a shield for whenever they do something bad or for whenever they misbehave. And today, our society doesn't have these things. No big transitioning point, no rites of passage, no celebrations or ceremonies that signify you are going into adulthood. You're no longer a child. And therefore, children grow up and end up going to college with the same mindset that they've had since they were in high school. So It's not great. Now, tying this back to the quote I said in the beginning, when I became a man, I put away childish things. If we don't put away the childish things, we end up being a child in adulthood, or carrying things that are childlike in adulthood. Obviously, this is not good. You don't want a 40-year-old child. Now, since we don't have this thing in our society anymore, really, it is kind of simple to figure out what you need to put away, like the childish things you need to put away in order to be a man, so to speak, in terms of the quote. Think of all the things you did when you were a teenager or a child. Also think of all the responsibilities you need to be a strong and competent adult. Now, for a lot of people,